Imagine this: you rush your beloved dog to the vet in an emergency, only to be turned away because of who you are. That's exactly what happened to Keanu Reeves, a man known for his kindness, but in this moment, he wasn't treated with the same respect. The vet refused to help, not realizing the heartbreaking truth behind the situation. But what happened next? Let's just say, karma came fast, and the vet's regret was instant. Now, let's switch scenes. A crowded bus, a tired black teen on his way home after a long day. He notices a pregnant white woman struggling to stand, so without hesitation, he gives up his seat. A simple act of kindness, right? But what she hands him next, a small, folded note, changes his life forever. What did it say? Why did this moment leave everyone in tears? Two different stories, both filled with raw emotion, unexpected twists, and powerful lessons about humanity. One shows the consequences of judgment, while the other proves that kindness always finds its way back. By the end of this video, you'll see just how deeply a single decision can alter lives, for better or worse. But first, let's start with Keanu Reeves and the vet who made the biggest mistake of their career. What could possibly make a professional refuse to treat a suffering animal? And what shocking truth did they discover seconds too late? Stick around, because this story is about to take a turn you won't see coming. Keanu Reeves had always been a man who valued privacy. Despite being one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, he never sought special treatment. That's why, when his dog, a loyal German shepherd named Duke, suddenly collapsed in the middle of the night, he didn't call for a private vet or use his fame to jump the line. Instead, he did what any worried pet owner would do: he rushed Duke to the nearest 24-hour animal clinic, hoping for a miracle. The vet on duty that night, Dr. Rachel Carter, was exhausted. It had been a long shift, and the last thing she needed was another emergency. When Keanu burst through the doors, cradling Duke in his arms, she barely glanced up from her paperwork. "We're not taking any more walk-ins tonight," she said flatly, her tone leaving no room for argument. Keanu's voice was urgent but calm. "Please, my dog isn't breathing right. He needs help now." Dr. Carter finally looked up, her eyes narrowing. She didn't recognize him. His face was hidden under a hoodie, his expression tight with worry. What she did notice was the late hour, the lack of an appointment, and the fact that he hadn't even mentioned payment. Her clinic had strict policies, and she wasn't in the mood to bend them. "I'm sorry," she said, crossing her arms. "You'll have to go somewhere else." The moment those words left her mouth, something in Keanu's expression shifted. Not anger, something deeper. Disbelief. Heartbreak. He opened his mouth to say something, then stopped himself. Instead, he turned and carried Duke back out into the cold night, his shoulders slumped in defeat. What Dr. Carter didn't know was that Duke wasn't just any dog. He was a rescue Keanu had adopted years ago from a shelter, a dog who had been abandoned, just like Keanu had felt at times in his own life. Duke had been there through some of his darkest moments, a silent, steady presence when the world felt too heavy. And now, when Duke needed him most, Keanu had failed him. As he sped toward another clinic across town, his hands tightened on the wheel. He couldn't shake the image of Dr. Carter's dismissive face. But what he also didn't know, that her refusal was about to cost her far more than just a patient. Meanwhile, miles away, another story was unfolding, one that would soon intertwine with Keanu's in the most unexpected way. 16-year-old Jamal Williams was used to long bus rides. Between school, his part-time job at the grocery store, and helping his mom with his younger siblings, he was always on the move. That evening, the bus was packed, the air thick with the smell of rain and tired commuters. Jamal had snagged a seat near the back, his headphones in, trying to drown out the noise of the city. Then he saw her, a pregnant woman, her face pale, one hand gripping the overhead rail for balance as the bus jerked forward. No one else seemed to notice her, or if they did, they pretended not to. Jamal didn't hesitate. He pulled out his earbuds, stood up, and gestured to his seat. "Here, you should sit down." The woman, whose name was Sarah, looked at him with surprise, then gratitude. "Thank you," she said softly, lowering herself carefully into the seat. Jamal just nodded and moved to stand by the window, his mind already drifting back to his own worries, the bills his mom couldn't pay, the scholarship application due next week, the feeling that no matter how hard he worked, life kept stacking the odds against him. What he didn't expect was for Sarah to tap his arm minutes later, pressing a folded note into his hand. "For you," she said, her eyes strangely intense. Before he could ask what it was, the bus screeched to a stop, and she stood, disappearing into the crowd. Jamal stared at the note, his heart pounding. What could this stranger possibly have written to him? He unfolded it carefully, his breath catching as he read the first line. "You don't know me, but this isn't a coincidence." Back at the animal clinic, Dr. Carter was finishing up her shift when her phone buzzed. It was a text from the clinic's owner. "Rachel, we need to talk. First thing in the morning." Her stomach dropped. That never meant anything good. She replayed the night in her head. Had she missed something? Made a mistake? Then it hit her. The man with the dog. His face had looked familiar, but she couldn't place it. She pulled up a search on her phone, typing in famous actor with German Shepherd. The second the images loaded, her blood ran cold. There he was, Keanu Reeves, holding Duke in a photo from last year's charity event for rescue animals. The same dog. The same man. And then she saw the headline from a news alert that had just gone live. Keanu Reeves' beloved dog in critical condition after being denied emergency care. Her hands shook. This couldn't be happening. But it was. And as the comments flooded in, outraged fans, furious animal lovers, even reporters asking for statements, she realized something terrifying. Her career, her reputation, everything she'd worked for, was about to implode. Meanwhile, Jamal was still clutching that note, his mind racing. The second line read, "Your kindness today just changed your life. Call this number tomorrow. Trust me." What did it mean? Who was this woman? And what did she know that he didn't? 2 stories. 2 lives. Both on the brink of something huge. One man fighting to save his best friend. One boy about to discover that the smallest act of decency could rewrite his future. And the most shocking twists. They were only just beginning. The rain pounded against the windshield as Keanu sped through the city, his knuckles white on the steering wheel. Duke lay across the back seat, his breathing shallow and uneven. Every red light felt like an eternity. Keanu kept glancing in the rearview mirror, whispering, "Hold on, buddy. Just hold on." Meanwhile, at the second animal clinic, Dr. Elena Martinez was just locking up when she heard the frantic knocking at the door. She turned to see a soaked, desperate man cradling a large dog in his arms. Even through the glass, she could see the fear in his eyes. Without hesitation, she yanked the door back open. "Bring him in, now." As Dr. Martinez worked, Keanu paced the small exam room, running a hand through his damp hair. His phone buzzed, his assistant, probably. The news was already spreading. But right now, none of that mattered. Only Duke. Across town, Jamal sat on the edge of his bed, staring at the note in his hands. He'd read it a dozen times, but it still didn't make sense. Who was Sarah? Why would a random bus encounter lead to, whatever this was? His little sister, Maya, peeked into the room. "You okay?" she asked. Jamal quickly folded the note and forced a smile. "Yeah, just tired." But sleep was impossible. That number burned in his mind. Should he call it? What if it was a scam? Or worse? Back at the first clinic, Dr. Carter's phone wouldn't stop ringing. Reporters. Colleagues. Even her mentor, Dr. Harris, whose voicemail said, "Rachel, call me back immediately. We need to do damage control." She sank into her chair, replaying the moment Keanu walked in. If only she'd looked up properly. If only she'd recognized him. But it wasn't just about fame, it was about turning away an animal in need. And now, the internet had already labeled her the heartless vet. The next morning, Jamal's mom noticed his distracted mood. "You're not eating," she said, pushing the cereal box toward him. He hesitated, then blurted out, "What would you do if a stranger gave you a note saying your life was about to change?" His mom raised an eyebrow. "Depends. Was this stranger selling something?" Jamal shook his head. "No, she was just a pregnant lady on the bus." His mom's expression softened. Then maybe it's worth hearing her out. At the same time, Keanu sat by Duke's side in the ICU. Dr. Martinez had stabilized him, but it was touch and go. "He's strong," she said gently. "But the next 24 hours are critical." Keanu nodded, his throat tight. Duke had been through so much abandonment, injuries from his past life, and now this. The guilt gnawed at him. He should have fought harder at that first clinic. Should have demanded help. Meanwhile, the backlash against Dr. Carter was escalating. The clinic's Yelp page flooded with one-star reviews. Someone had even posted her home address online. She closed the blinds in her office, her hands shaking. This wasn't just professional ruin, it was personal. And then came the final blow, an email from the clinic's board. Asterisk pending review, your employment is suspended effective immediately. Asterisk. Jamal finally worked up the courage to dial the number from the note. It rang twice before a woman's voice answered, not Sarah's. "Jamal Williams," she said. His pulse spiked. "How do you know my name?" The woman paused. "Because Sarah Montgomery asked me to call you. She'd like to meet you in person. Can you come to the address I text you?" Keanu's phone buzzed with a notification, a TMZ headline, asterisk exclusive, Keanu Reeves dog denied care, vet clinic under investigation. Asterisk he swiped it away, but not before seeing Dr. Carter's name trending. Part of him wanted to speak out, to tell people to back off. But another part, the raw, hurting part, thought, asterisk she made her choice. Asterisk. Dr. Carter sat in her car outside the clinic, gripping the steering wheel. She needed to fix this. But how? Apologizing to Keanu publicly wouldn't undo what happened. Then an idea hit her, one reckless, maybe stupid, but all she had left. She pulled up directions to the ICU clinic where Duke was being treated. Jamal stood outside a sleek downtown office building, his stomach in knots. The texted address led here, but nothing about this made sense. Before he could second-guess himself, the doors opened, and a familiar face smiled at him, Sarah, the pregnant woman from the bus. Except now, in a tailored suit, she looked nothing like the exhausted commuter he'd met. "Come in," she said. "We have a lot to talk about." As Keanu drifted off in the ICU waiting room, his phone lit up with a call from an unknown number. He almost ignored it until he saw the caller ID, asterisk Westside Animal Clinic. Asterisk his thumb hovered over the answer button. 3 lives, all at a crossroads. A vet racing toward redemption. A teen on the verge of an impossible opportunity. And a Hollywood star whose love for his dog was about to collide with the power of second chances. The storm wasn't over yet. In fact, the winds were just starting to shift. The ICU doors hissed open as Dr. Carter stepped inside, her hands shoved deep in her coat pockets. She hadn't slept in 36 hours. The sterile smell of antiseptic burned her nose, but worse was the weight of every eye in the room snapping toward her, nurses whispering, security stiffening. She knew what they saw, the villain from the news stories. The vet who refused Keanu Reeves. Keanu looked up from Duke's bedside, his exhaustion replaced by instant tension. Dr. Carter swallowed hard. "Mr. Reeves, I don't." His voice was quiet but sharp as broken glass. "Unless you're here to help him, walk away." A monitor beeped loudly, Duke's heart rate spiking. Dr. Martinez rushed in, shooting Dr. Carter a glare before checking the 4-line. "He's crashing," she muttered. Keanu's face went pale. Dr. Carter's medical instincts kicked in before her shame could stop her. "His potassium levels, did you test for Addison's disease?" she blurted. Silence. Dr. Martinez paused, then yanked open Duke's chart. "No, we assumed toxin exposure." Dr. Carter didn't wait for permission. She grabbed Duke's limp paw, pressing 2 fingers to the vein. "Look at his gums, pale with a yellow tint. Classic Addisonian crisis. He needs hydrocortisone now." For one terrible second, no one moved. Then Keanu locked eyes with her. "Do it." Jamal's sneakers squeaked on the polished marble floor of Sarah's office. Giant windows showed the whole city below, but all he saw was the contract she slid across the desk. Asterisk full ride scholarship. Howard University. Starting next semester. Asterisk asterisk. His fingers trembled near the paper. This is a joke, right? Sarah smiled. My family's foundation rewards acts of kindness. That day on the bus. You were one of 37 people we tested. The only one who offered a seat. A camera crew emerged from a side door. Jamal recoiled. Wait, you filmed me? Sarah's smile faltered. For the Foundation's documentary. We need your signature to release the footage. The pen felt heavy in his hand. His mother's voice echoed in his head. Asterisk nothing's free, baby. Asterisk. Dr. Carter's hands shook as she prepped the injection. One wrong move, and Duke's heart could stop. Keanu hovered close, his breath ragged. Why are you really here? He whispered. She didn't look up. Because I swore an oath to help animals, and I broke it. The needle slid into Duke's foreport. Beeps filled the tense silence. Then, steady rhythm. Duke's chest rose deeper. Dr. Martinez exhaled. Stabilizing. Keanu sagged into the chair, running a hand over Duke's fur. Dr. Carter turned to leave, but his voice stopped her. Wait. He stood, face unreadable. You knew what was wrong with him. How? She hesitated. My brother's dog had Addison's. I recognized the signs too late. A shout erupted from the lobby. A reporter had gotten past security, camera flashing. Asterisk asterisk Keanu. Is it true this vet nearly killed your dog? Asterisk asterisk. Keanu's jaw clenched. The world waited for his answer. One word could end her career forever. Jamal stared at the contract's fine print. Asterisk asterisk recipient agrees to participate in all foundation marketing. Asterisk asterisk his gut churned. They didn't care about his kindness, they wanted a viral story. A black kid saved by rich benefactors. Sarah leaned in. This changes everything for your family. Maya's asthma medication. Mom's second job. The eviction notice on their fridge. The pen hovered. Duke whimpered, nuzzling Keanu's hand. The reporter kept shouting. Dr. Carter braced for the axe to fall. Then Keanu did the unthinkable. He stepped asterisk between asterisk her and the camera. She just saved his life, he said quietly. Now get out. The room froze. Dr. Carter's eyes burned. But before she could speak, her phone buzzed, a notification from the State Veterinary Board. Asterisk asterisk hearing scheduled, possible license revocation. Asterisk asterisk. Jamal pressed the pen to paper just as his phone rang. Mom's number. Sarah tapped the desk. You can call her after. Something in her tone made him stop. Through the glass wall, he saw the camera crew adjusting lights, framing the perfect Grateful Poor kid shot. His fingers curled. I need air. Sarah's smile vanished. The offer expires at 5 p.m. The clock read 4:52. Keanu blocked the elevator before Dr. Carter could leave. You're not running this time. She gripped her shaking hands. I don't deserve. Tell me how to help Duke, he demanded. Then we'll talk about what you asterisk deserve star. Downstairs, news vans swarmed the entrance. Across town, Jamal stood on the skyscraper's ledge, wind whipping his shirt. Not to jump, to asterisk think star. The contract fluttered in his grip. 2 choices. 2 lives about to explode. And the clock kept ticking. The wind howled around Jamal as he stared at the contract in his hands, the city sprawling beneath him. His phone buzzed again, Mom, calling for the 3rd time. Something in his gut told him to answer. Jamal, baby, where are you? Her voice was tight with panic. There's a woman here from some foundation saying you're about to get a scholarship. But she's asking for our bank information. Ice shot through his veins. He whirled around just as Sarah stepped onto the ledge behind him, her polished smile gone. Jamal, let's talk inside, she said, reaching for his arm. He jerked back. You sent someone to my house. The camera crew inside the office was filming through the glass now, but their expressions had changed, no longer warm, but calculating. Sarah's voice dropped to a whisper. Sign the papers, and we'll make sure your family gets the money today. Otherwise. She shrugged. That eviction notice on your fridge. It happens tomorrow. At the animal clinic, Keanu's phone lit up with a breaking news alert. *** exclusive. Vet who denied Keanu Reeves' dog has shocking criminal past. Was she sabotaging pets? ***. Dr. Carter's face drained of color as she saw the headline. That's not I've never. Keanu scanned the article, then froze at a source quote. Dr. Carter was fired from her last clinic for malpractice. He looked up slowly. True. She gripped the edge of the counter. I reported them for putting profits over pets. They made up lies to discredit me. A tear splashed onto the tile. But no one believes the whistleblower. Outside, a news helicopter circled. The reporter from earlier was livestreaming. *** developing. Is this vet a hero, or a hidden danger? ***. Jamal's fingers tightened around the contract. Sarah's phone rang, she silenced it, but not before he saw the caller ID. *** Animal Clinic. *** The same place that turned away Keanu's dog. A sick realization hit him. This isn't about kindness, he said. You're using me to distract from some vet scandal, aren't you? Sarah's mask slipped completely. Sign. Now. She nodded to a security guard blocking the stairwell door. Jamal glanced at the fire escape ladder below the ledge. One shaky step. Then another. Dr. Carter's phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. ***, tell the truth about Westside's kickback scheme, or we release your brother's arrest records. ***. Keanu saw her panic. What now? She showed him the screen just as his own phone rang, his publicist, screaming. Keanu, TMZ has footage of you defending an alleged animal abuser. The studio's freaking out. Duke let out a weak whine from his cage, his forebag nearly empty. Dr. Martinez rushed in, but froze when she saw the news playing. Oh God. Rachel, they're saying you. ***, bang. The clinic doors burst open. State Veterinary Board officers marched in, flanked by cops. Dr. Carter? You're under investigation for fraud. 20 stories below, Jamal's feet hit the fire escape as Sarah screamed after him. He pulled out his phone, shaking, and did something reckless. He dialed the one person the whole world was watching. Keanu's phone lit up. ***, unknown caller. ***. He almost ignored it, but something made him swipe answer. A young, breathless voice gasped, Mr. Reeves. I think we're both being played. The officers reached for Dr. Carter. The reporter's camera zoomed in. And in that suspended second, Keanu made a choice. He put the call on speaker. Say that again, he commanded, loud enough for everyone to hear. The room held its breath as Jamal's voice rang out. That foundation? They own Westside Animal Clinic. This whole thing's a PR stunt to cover up way worse stuff. Sarah's scream echoed from the phone. ***, hang up, Jamal. ***. Silence. Then, the sound of a struggle. A crash. The line went dead. Keanu locked eyes with Dr. Carter. The officers hesitated. Somewhere in the city, Jamal was running for his life. And the real story, the dangerous one, was finally coming to light. Keanu didn't hesitate. He grabbed Dr. Carter's wrist and yanked her toward the door, shoving past the stunned officers. We're leaving, he growled. The cameras flashed, reporters shouting questions, but he didn't stop, not until they were in his car, tires screeching as he peeled out of the parking lot. Where are we going? Dr. Carter gasped, clutching the dashboard. To find that kid, Keanu said, his grip tight on the wheel. His phone buzzed again, his publicist, his agent, the studio, but he ignored them all. Jamal's call had been cut off, but not before Keanu heard the address in the background, *33 Road and Market. *A bus depot. Jamal sprinted down the alley, his lungs burning. Sarah's security guard was still chasing him, shouting threats. He could hear the hum of buses ahead if he could just make it there, lose himself in the crowd. A hand grabbed his hoodie, yanking him backward. He stumbled, falling hard onto the pavement. The guard loomed over him, panting. Should have just signed the damn papers, kid. Then, tires screeching. A black car skidded to a stop inches from them. The door flew open, and Jamal's jaw dropped as Keanu Reeves himself stepped out. "Let him go," Keanu said, his voice deadly calm. The guard actually laughed. "Or what? You gonna fight me, John Wick *?" Keanu didn't smile. "Try me." Back at the clinic, Dr. Martinez stared at the news unfolding on her phone. A live feed showed Sarah Montgomery CEO of Westside Animal Clinics being swarmed by reporters outside her office. Someone had leaked everything: the kickbacks for unnecessary pet treatments, the falsified records, the way they'd set Dr. Carter up to take the fall. But the real bombshell? The text on the screen, *** breaking. Whistleblower reveals Westside's Kindness Foundation is a front to exploit low-income families for PR. ***. Dr. Martinez looked down at Duke, who was weakly wagging his tail. "Your dad's kinda terrifying," she whispered. The guard took a swing at Keanu. Big mistake. One precise dodge, a twist of his arm, and suddenly the guy was on his knees, whimpering. Jamal scrambled to his feet, eyes wide. "You just ***. Keanu shrugged. "I do my own stunts." Then, serious again, "You okay?" Jamal nodded, still shaking. "They were gonna use me to cover up their scam. Make me their feel-good story while they kept hurting animals and families." Dr. Carter stepped out of the car, her face pale. "They ruined my career to hide what they were doing." Sirens wailed in the distance. Keanu pulled out his phone, recorded video of Sarah's threats, Jamal's near kidnapping, everything. "Not anymore," he said. 3 days later, the headlines told the whole story. **** Westside Clinics shut down after expose ****. Teen hero Jamal Williams awarded real scholarship, no strings attached ****. Dr. Carter cleared offered job at prestigious animal hospital ****. And the one that went viral, ****. Keanu Reeves adopts rescued dog from Westside, meet Duke Jr. ****. At the press conference, Keanu stood beside Jamal and Dr. Carter, the new puppy snoozing in his arms. "Sometimes," he said, "the system's broken. But good people can still fix things." Just as the reporters cheered, Duke Jr. woke up and peed all over Keanu's jacket. The crowd erupted in laughter. Jamal snorted. "That's one way to end things, man." Keanu just smiled. "Worth it." And as the cameras flashed, one last twist unfolded off-camera. Sarah Montgomery, now facing charges, was seen being handed a subpoena by none other than Jamal's mom, who just so happened to be a lawyer for the state attorney's office. Karma. Oh, it delivered. The weeks that followed felt like something out of a movie, except this was real life, and the good guys actually won. Jamal stood in his family's apartment, holding the official acceptance letter to Howard University ***no fine print, ***no hidden cameras. Just a full ride, earned by nothing more than being a decent human being. His mom wiped tears from her cheeks as she hugged him. "Proud of you doesn't even cover it," she whispered. Across town, Dr. Carter walked into her new job at the animal hospital, her head held high for the first time in years. The staff greeted her with applause. Turns out, word spreads fast when you're the vet who stood up to a corrupt corporation *** saved Keanu Reeves' dog. Her first patient. A scrappy little terrier abandoned at the Westside Clinic. She scratched behind his ears. "Guess we're both starting over, huh?" Keanu, meanwhile, found himself in an unexpected role, unofficial guardian to both Duke Jr. and Jamal. He showed up at the teen's graduation, sitting beside his mom like it was the most normal thing in the world. When reporters asked why, he just shrugged. "Kids got guts. We need more of that." But the real closure came on a quiet afternoon at the dog park. Jamal tossed a ball for Duke Jr. while Keanu and Dr. Carter talked nearby. "You ever think about how crazy this all was?" Jamal asked, watching the puppy barrel through the grass. Keanu chuckled. "Life's weird. One minute you're just trying to help your dog, the next you're taking down a corporate scam with a teenager and a disgraced vet." Dr. Carter smiled. "And now, Keanu said, watching Duke Jr. flop onto Jamal's feet, "we all get to move forward. The news vans had long since left. The headlines faded. But the lessons stuck. Kindness * matters star. Second chances * exist star. And sometimes, just sometimes, doing the right thing changes everything. As the sun set, Jamal pulled out his phone and snapped a picture. Duke Jr. Midzumi's, Keanu shaking his head, Dr. Carter laughing. No filters, no staging. Just real. He posted it with one caption. *** plot twist. The best stories aren't scripted. ***. And somewhere out there, someone's life was about to change because of it. ***, the end. ***.